There's a pattern to which diseases show up in fiction and which ones don't. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm a medical doctor, but I'm also a writer. And I spent years trying to figure out how to write about difficult things, and it almost became an obsession for me. So here's a pattern. Pick a book or a movie where the character has cancer. And most of the time, it will be leukemia. And this is not random. Leukemia, and I know this sounds brutal, is just more filmable. There are no visible tumors. There are no amputations. There are no scars. The character can still look beautiful and tragic and romantic all the way through. But here's the thing though, real disease isn't like that. Not even leukemia is like that. And real people living through it know what I mean. Here's a book that understood that. In The Fault in Our Stars, Augustus is an amputee. And they talk openly, and I mean really openly, about what it looks like to get close to someone whose body has been changed like that. There's no glossing over, there's no soft focus camera, just two teenagers trying to figure out how to be human with the bodies that they have. And that's not even the most uncomfortable part yet. There's a character in the book, Augustus' ex-girlfriend, and she had brain tumor. And the tumor didn't just threaten her life, it changed her personality. And the book doesn't look away from the question that raises, what do you do when someone you love is being changed by something that's not their fault? You can't just leave, but you also can't pretend it's not happening. Sadly, this is rare. Most stories about illness are actually about what we want illness to be. Noble, maybe tragic, but contained. But John Green wrote about what illness actually is. Messy, humiliating, and sometimes downright ugly. We need that. We need stories that tell the truth about the things we are most terrified of. Because the details nobody talks about are exactly the ones people are struggling with alone. Most people assume what makes fiction valuable is that it's emotionally resonant. It makes you feel something. But turns out the most important thing fiction can do isn't to make you feel. It's to make you feel less alone with a feeling you were already having, but had no words for. That question lived inside my head for years. How do you write about something real without flinching while still making it worth reading? It's part of what inspired me to write my own story. Because some truths are easier to feel through a character than to just explain. The books that change you aren't the ones that make things prettier. They're the ones who say out loud what you already knew was true.